The biggest differences between team sports and individual sports is that individual sports is all on you. It's more accountability. It's more about what you're going to do, how you're going to perform in that moment, and it all falls on you. And you have all control over your performance. So right now I'm wearing one of my baseball jerseys, Tulcingo, Puebla. Got my last name on the back. When I played on this team, bro, we were some beasts, man. We had a whole stack of players. We had pitchers, we had infielders. Everything was on point. I was dropping bombs on this team. I dropped like 3 home runs when I was playing on this team that season. My brother was playing there too. Pitching very well that year, man. I was on point, bro. Today in this video, what I want to talk to you about is the differences between team sports and individual sports. I think it's very different, but I think they both have a very strong purpose on your development and your understanding of how to compete in an effective way. The main difference is that when you're playing a team sport, you have a team that you're working with. So even if you don't play as well, your team can outperform and they can still win the game for you. Same thing can happen vice versa. You can be performing very well and your team can be dropping the ball and then you lose the game because of that. So that's kind of like the pros and cons about team sports, is that you don't have full control of the game. I compete in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I've done MMA before. So if I actually sparred, I've actually been in competitions and I've won competitions in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And when you're doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, it's all on you. It's all on your practice, your preparation for the match, actually be going out there, maintaining your cool, performing the way that you want to. If you lose, it's because of you. If you win, it's because of you. So it's a different level of responsibility. It's a different level of accountability. I have a couple of trophies over here. I think this is one of the first trophies that I got. It was a 2003 Parkwood Little League Pee-wee A's. So I was part of the athletics. And Parkwood was a league in North Houston. That's where I grew up. This trophy is important to me because we actually won first this year. It wasn't just a participation trophy. All the participation trophies that I got, I always threw them away because I just, the whole concept of participating and then getting 4th place in the league, it just didn't make sense to me, man. This one I kept it. We won first place. Shout out to my dad. He would take me to the games, and my dad was like my biggest coach. He taught me how to play the game. He taught me how to pitch. He taught me how to hit. He taught me how to throw. He taught me a lot of great things when it came to the game and a lot of life lessons. In my family, baseball is very important because that was a great way where the males got together and we basically like taught, they would teach us, they would pass on their wisdom, they would talk about their experiences. My dad played a lot of semi-professional baseball in Mexico. Baseball has always been very important in our family. I think the life lessons that you get in baseball are very powerful because it teaches you how to play in a team sport. It teaches you how to put the team in front of everything. So whenever you're making a decision, you're making it for the team. Baseball is very strategic, and I love that about the sport. I was raking in runs, man. I had the highest RBIs and the highest slugging percentage this year. This is the one that we won when I was on this team. And here, I dropped a couple of home runs. I think I was leading with home runs. And I was leading in RBIs for sure. And I was also leading in strikeouts because I was striking out a lot of guys when I was pitching. And this was in 2015, so this was when I was like 23-ish. I won this one with my brother, and my dad was there to see us win it. This is a good year, man. We had a good team this year, and it just brings back memories because I remember I hit a grand slam in front of my dad. And that was a badass feeling, dude. I remember I had a full count, and the guy threw me a fastball down the middle. I just raked it, took it out of the park, and my dad was able to see that. So that was a good moment. The biggest differences between team sports and individual sports is that individual sports is all on you. It's more accountability. It's more about what you're going to do, how you're going to perform in that moment, and it all falls on you. And you have all control over your performance. Team sports, you learn more about cohesion. You know how to move with other guys. That which I think was really cool. You know how to communicate, have better communication and collaboration with other men. You're on a mission to win the game, so it feels like it's like gang against gang. It's us against them. That part feels nice. Having like a group of brothers that are they're driven by the same mission. I think the same thing applies in football. The same thing applies in basketball and soccer. we're trying to beat them type of mentality, and I think that's very powerful because you understand the importance of teamwork. I think a martial art or an individual sport teaches you a lot about yourself. It can probably teach you a lot more about yourself than anything else in the world. When you actually compete, you're forced to ask yourself a lot of questions. You're forced to kind of push your limits a bit. And I think that's the best way to actually get to know yourself and get to see who you're made out of. So I would recommend guys to do both, man. Like if you ever have the opportunity to play a sport, especially a competitive sport, play it, and then also do a competitive individual sport like golf, like tennis. Martial arts is perfect. I think martial arts is one of the best ones. I'm still gonna be playing ball. I'm still gonna be doing some MMA. I'd say that the most important thing is that for men, for young boys, the best way that they can go into their masculine frame, the best way that they can kind of be, they start understanding the concepts of competition, concepts of performing under pressure, of teamwork, of resilience, discipline, is through sports. I think that's the best way that they can actually start going into that frame, either with team sports or with individual sport like boxing or MMA or jiu-jitsu. I think that they're gonna be a lot better off once they become older, because they're gonna understand those concepts of hard work and discipline. If you're new to my channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. All we do is talk about male self-improvement, positive masculine development. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button, like the video, comment. Until next time, stay strong and keep on conquering. Peace.